Hello! I think you all noticed in the first second of this video that this video is gonna be weird because it's completely dark, and apparently this is because it's already evening and I'm right now sitting in my car. You didn't see anything because it's, as I mentioned, dark, but I felt like doing a video and I felt like doing it in my car, so I guess you just have to deal with it. I'm sorry. But don't worry, there's a reason behind it. Why I'm in my car, why I'm doing this in the evening, why I don't think about lightning right now. It's because I want to talk with you about something that I cannot talk about every time. Like, it has to be this special time of the day that I feel that I can talk about it openly. And this is now, so I just caught the moment and here it is. I want to talk to you about anxiety, high anxiety, which I suffer from like ages, and it sometimes just hits me and I don't know where it comes from. For you guys who don't know what high anxiety is, it's just being anxious about stuff and out of nowhere. There is no rational reason to be scared of, or at least not as rational as it would be for normal people. For example, normally I just have a completely normal life, but sometimes I wake up even at night or in the early morning, most likely, and I just feel my heart beating like crazy. Oh my god, it's so hot in this car. Do you see me sweating? Well, so I just wake up and my heart is beating like crazy, and I just like ask myself, what's wrong? Did I forget something? Is there an exam I have to write? Is there a family member that's ill? Is there something I should be scared of today? Because for me, in this moment, it feels like something horrible is going to happen and it's impossible to keep on sleeping. It's like I have to save the world and I'm just sleeping in my bed. I cannot do this. And then I just try to calm myself like, this is stupid. What are we doing here right now? Everything's fine, everything's good, but it's really, really difficult to calm down in these situations. And sometimes I start sweating and I have to take a shower, and I breathe quicker. I really have to tell myself, this is bullshit, stop this bullshit. And yeah, I just try to rest and I find my sleep again, and when I wake up I normally feel completely exhausted. I feel like I had no sleep at all. And again, I question again, what's the problem? And sometimes it's something really stupid or something really essential that I cannot do anything about. Like, every person I love has to die one day. And this fact makes me anxious. It makes me full of panic, out of nowhere. Some days I'm like, yeah, but it's a long time since this will happen. Until this will happen, and it's okay, and my mother is there, my friends are there, everyone's fine for now, and I have a lot of time with them until they have to pass. But other days, the pure thought of people that I love could disappear every second, theoretically, completely disturbs my mind. It's like I cannot breathe anymore. I'm completely, sometimes I'm shaking even. Or, well, this is something really horrible. I mean, everyone is scared of losing a family member or someone that we love, or being ill themselves. But for me, sometimes it's really tiny situations too. For example, oh my god, I didn't save this file at work. They're gonna fire me now. Like, for a really irrational reason, I fear for my job. I feel like they'll kick me out of the company because I breathed in the wrong way. It's stupid. And whenever I ask someone, like, do they fire me for that? They're like, what? No, they're not gonna fire you. I did this and that and they didn't do anything, so don't worry. But I worry, and it really makes me almost cry. It makes me shake. It makes me really a different person. And well, as I said, normally I get this in the early morning, and sometimes then I notice that I have a really horrible stomach pain by this. It feels like I have a balloon in my stomach. It doesn't feel like I ate something. It just feels like a lot of problems being inside of me and they cannot get out, and I have something that I carry around with me all the time. And yeah, this really annoys me, and this is really difficult and horrible, because I have this like almost every morning. Every morning I wake up having this feeling in my stomach, having anxiety, being just nervous, and I have to really force myself to calm down. And this is really difficult, especially when people confront me with problems in this situation, like, oh no, someone stole the light of my bike or something. If something weird happens this morning that's negative, a negative feeling, then this completely destroys my calming down attempts. And it's really difficult. So if everything works fine this morning, if no one argues with me, if everyone's nice with me, I manage to calm down. But if someone is a little bit weird with me, like, or saying something wrong, or irritating me by doing whatever, it's really difficult for me to keep on the path of everything's fine, everything is good. And I already went to the doctor with it. I had my stomach searched for everything that could be wrong with it. Everything's fine. It's completely psychological. But this is at the same time like releasing as it is concerning. Because if you have like something in your stomach that needs treatment, you can just treat it. But this is something emotional. So what can I do about it? And I know it's easy to say like, relax, everything's fine, but this doesn't work. It seems easy, like, yeah, just tell yourself that everything's fine. But if we are really honest, nothing is ever completely fine. There's almost ever something that could make us nervous. Like, if I tell myself someone could die tomorrow, this is a fact. I cannot just say, nah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know that. And sometimes this is enough to keep the fear alive. And I don't really know what to do about it. And I don't really know the purpose of telling you that. But I just felt like maybe there's someone out there that has the same problems as I do. And maybe we can just share our feelings or what we can do about it. Or at the same time give each other the feeling that we're not alone with it. For me, I can live with it. At work, no one notices. I've never did worse things than I would without high anxiety. But at the same time, I feel like personally, I cannot be the person that I want to be. Especially concerning motivation and creativity and everything I want to achieve in my life. I mean, I'll be good at work. I won't do mistakes because of this. This is something I take really good care of. I would never like risk my job because of this. And I don't do it. But sometimes I just feel like I want to stay in my bed because I'm afraid of being social today. I'm afraid of being in crowded places. I'm afraid of going by car because I could make an accident and my flatmate could die, or whoever is with me in the car. I could do something wrong, and this keeps me like at home. It's really easy for me to get panic. And normally this is a little bit lower, the fear level is a little bit lower when I'm at home, like in my bed with a good book. Everything that's creative or a really calm hobby keeps the fear away. For example, I always carry my notebook around. This is my precious, as to say, because there is all the notes for my story. And writing is everything I have. Writing is the hero that keeps me fighting against my fear demon inside of me. Whenever I feel really horrible, I write my story. I just force myself to think about my story and the plot and how the characters develop. And this brings me down. This focuses me on something else. So this is what I can do to just distract myself. But also this doesn't work all the time. But what I want to say is the calm activities keep the fear away. Whereas the activities that involve going to another place, visit other people, make it a little bit harder for me to deal with it. For example, if I know that I have to go a weekend to another city, and sleep in a hotel, be with people I don't know yet. This makes me nervous. Not because I don't want to see the city, not because I don't want to get to know these people. I really want to. But being in another place, not in my own house, not with the people I completely trust, destroys my I can deal with my fear building around me, my protection wall. It's a little bit like this maybe. And being in another place with different people that don't know about me and that I'm a little bit weird and difficult sometimes, yeah, puts me at higher risk to have to develop this fear. If it's really, really bad, I have to be for myself. It's not helpful if others are with me. No one can convince me that everything's fine. It's maybe my mother, or if I would have a partner, maybe my partner would be able to help me in these situations. But the best thing for me to do is to really be with myself, to maybe paint something, buy a really big paper and paint something, like express my thoughts in a creative way. This is always something that helps me because my fear feels like a monster inside of me that needs to get out by somehow, and creativity is always a possibility to express that. And I need to be with myself. I don't want to be forced to talk about it. It wouldn't help. Like, let's talk about it. This never helped me. It has to be really special people that can talk to me in these situations, because I'm my own therapist in these situations, and I know the demon thoughts, and I know what to do against them. I have a fighter against every of these thoughts, but I have to be not interrupted by fighting. When these fears come and grab me, I have my special heroes, my own healing thoughts that I can put against them, but only if no one interrupts me in these situations or tries to help me. It actually makes it worse. So if I'm with myself, I can do and think what helps me. But if I'm in another place, this is really, really difficult. It's not that I freak out or something. No one would ever notice that I have these thoughts, that I feel weird or whatever. But it's a fight in myself every day. And as I said, I wake up with these feelings, and it takes a while to calm myself down. I also bought, I went to the pharmacy and bought some pills that are just made out of plants, so it's nothing medical. But it's homeopathic, I don't know the English word for that. And it's just a few pills that you put in your mouth, and yeah, then they resolve and you feel a little bit more relaxed. I think it's actually, how's that called? It's actually a placebo, but for me this helps. And even knowing that this is just a placebo is okay with me. I can tell myself, like, yeah, just let's believe that it works. And it actually works, even if it's just a little bit. And yeah, stuff like this also works. Or I make myself little games that I have to, yeah, you know this fear now. Let's try to keep calm for half an hour more, and then the fear can develop. And if I get to this half an hour, I distracted myself already. So it's like I try to trick my own fears. And yeah, as I said, it's just like existence fears, that I'm gonna die, or most likely that another person's gonna die. Also that I lose my job, that my animal dies, that I do something wrong, that like I have a car accident and I'm the only one surviving but everyone else gets killed. Like I hit someone and this person dies because of me. And what also happens is, well, I have a lot of problems with being scared of being guilty for something that harmed another person. For example, I have a control problem. When I leave my house, I have to check several times if the tap water isn't running anymore. And even if I see that the tap water isn't running, I still check it again. I hold my hands under it, then I turn around and I listen again if the tap water is running or not. Because I feel like if the tap water is running, the sink will just be flooded and the whole flat is going to be flooded. And I have to pay a lot of money to do something against the damage, and all the other flats are going to be destroyed. Someone's going to slip on it and die, of course, because there's nothing between slipping and dying. Yeah, and this is why I check everything. Or is the oven still running? Is the stove still running? Is the house gonna burn down until I come back from work, and stuff like this. What's even worse is thoughts like, if I don't go back to the room and leave it with my left foot, someone's gonna die. So I go back into the room, just to make sure not to leave it with my right foot, but this time with the left foot. And this can take up to like 10 minutes. This never happens, which is interesting, when I'm really under time pressure, like at work. I would never spend more time in the bathroom. If I have my schedule, if someone else would notice that I do this, this fear doesn't apply. Just if I'm by myself, then I have this. And it's like, yeah, if you don't go back the stairs, if you don't go back upstairs and downstairs again, your mother's gonna die by skin cancer. It's something really specific, actually. My fear is really creative. And it's always something that just came to my mind. Like last night I watched a documentary about cancer. And the next day these thoughts are going to surround stuff with cancer. Everyone's going to get cancer by one of my thoughts. And if I don't go back and do stuff, or if I don't do something weird with my fingers or whatever, if I don't click this icon on my desktop again, someone's gonna die. Something bad's gonna happen. Whenever this fear says, if you don't go back or you are going to happen, I can fight it. I won't go back because this is me. And my fear is to harm someone else, and I don't care about myself. So, yeah. If you think now that I'm weird, you have a point. I think there's more people like me out of here that you would actually think of, or at least some of us may have this in a smaller level. For me, this is sometimes stronger and sometimes it's almost not there. I didn't even figure out what develops all of this, but it's really, really threatening me. It's not depending on my work, so my work won't suffer, my friendships won't suffer, everyone accepts me, no one thinks I'm strange because they don't notice. It's just a fight that I fight with myself every day. But yeah, I just wanted you to know that this is something that is outside of this world. You can have something like this, like thoughts and demon thoughts that try to make you do things because otherwise something bad's gonna happen. I think there's some psychological disease names for this, but I wouldn't consider it a disease for me because I just have it sometimes, and it's depending on my self-confidence. So whenever I'm self-confident or I had a good day, these things never appear. But if I had a bad day, or if there's something that I fear of, that I'm scared of, this almost immediately comes up. I just wanted to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea to show this online. I don't know. But actually, I think there's a lot of people like me out there who have this, like, a little bit. And I just wanted to share my thoughts and tell you, if you are scared of something or suffer from a low self-confidence, you're not alone. Because this is something that I suffer from my whole life. I've never been really self-confident. And yeah. This is what resulted. Yeah, if you feel like I'm stupid, I'm weird, I cannot really say you're wrong. But maybe you understand me, maybe you have something similar, or you know someone who suffers from something similar, or you have your own tactics. Yeah, fighting against anxieties, or just minor fears that every one of us has. I'm certain about that. And then, yeah, feel free to comment under this video. This should be a really honest video. If you want to insult someone, please go to another video, because I want this to be a place to honestly speak about our problems and to honestly discuss about it, and there's no need for bashing someone right now. So I would really like to read out your comments about this. Maybe I'm not the only one out there with these problems. And yeah, excuse me for this weird surroundings. You can just see my face with a little bit of red cheeks because it's really warm in here and I put a really, really big pullover on. Yeah, so next time a video will be a little bit nicer from the surroundings. I have to show you so much stuff. I ordered a really nice book that we can like create together. I won't reveal more of this secret. And I got pets. And I have to show you my pets, and I will. Well, I hope you kinda enjoyed this super weird video, and we see each other soon. Bye!